Awesome.
Awesome.
Yay!
Awesome. Yay, Tracy. I love that. Yes. Right on. Fantastic. Well, we're going to have some fun today. And we have a special guest. Mr. Henry Russell's going to be on the call with us today. He's going to be talking about what's going on in the mortgage world. There's been some big changes that have happened. So before we dive into that, let's go ahead and get started with some gratitude. My gratitude is to Mr. Jim Brown. Jim, you have rocked the Red Day, which we'll talk about a little bit later today. And I just want to let you know, a lot of gratitude to you, my friend, and what you've been putting together. So well done.
Well, thank you very much.
All right, who's next?
I get to work from my backyard today.
That's awesome.
Kind of like it.
Yeah, it looks nice over there.
Till the dog back behind us starts barking its full head off.
Yeah. I'll bring Sam over. We'll have some fun.
Yeah.
And Ulu. Gotta get them both over there. So what's another gratitude? Let's keep on going here.
Bud's got one.
Yeah, Bud, go for it.
Sorry, I need to unmute. I have a gratitude for Debbie for helping me on a project this week. As always, I'm sure each one of us can agree you won't find a bigger fan of our businesses than Debbie Connor. So thank you, Deb.
Oh, you're
Well
welcome.
done. Awesome. Awesome. One more. Let's finish out with one more, and then we'll keep on rolling here. So we're going to have some fun today. Another gratitude.
Yeah, I see
So-
Brooksy's on here. I want to give her a gratitude shout out kind of thing on our productivity coaching group on Tuesday morning. She just took the bull by the horns and jumped in and set up script and role play practice with everybody that was on there. And leaders lead, and I think we have another leader in our midst. So good for her.
Love it. That is awesome. Awesome. Well done, Brooksy. That's fantastic. All right, let's keep going. So we got upcoming listings. Who has a listing? Let's chat about it. Listings. And I can't see everyone, so unmute yourself if you do have a listing. Bud Doyle, I see your hand go up.
Sure. It's so funny. I don't know why I raised my hand on Zoom calls. I think my Catholic school elementary education is kicking in. Yeah, it's coming live on Friday. It's a 2-year-old single-family residence off of Pena Boulevard. It was a William Lyon development called Avion, and 2-bedroom, 2-bath, basically brand new. I mean, my client moved in about a year and a half ago. 2-bedroom, 2-bath. He's done a ton of upgrades since it was built, and we're going to list at $370, and it'll go live on Friday morning. So if anybody's interested or has an investor for a rental, it's good for somebody who maybe travels, who kind of needs to be close to the DIA. It's about 10-minute drive to DIA, kind of off of like Green Valley Ranch and Pena Boulevard. So
Very cool. Great area. That's awesome, Bud. Thank you. All right, who has another upcoming listing?
I do.
Hey, Cindy, tell us about it.
Hey, it's at 3586 Boardwalk Circle in Westridge and Highlands Ranch, and really super close to Town Center. That King Super's down there. Great location. Super cute. 3-bed, 4-bath. It's got a home theater, man cave in the basement. Woman cave. We shouldn't be biased, right?
It's got a cave.
Yeah, we're gonna list at about 480 is what we're thinking. Should be ready this weekend.
Awesome. That's fantastic. Congratulations. That's awesome, Cindy.
Thank
All right, who's got another one?
Hey guys,
Hey, how we doing?
got one coming up probably right after Memorial Day weekend, so probably right after at the end of May. Going to be in Southridge and Highlands Ranch, right near kind of the Indigo Hills area. Going to be probably in the 475, 480 range. Right now, we're doing some landscaping, putting in all new carpet, all new paint. So it's going to be vacant and ready to go.
Sweet. Well done, Shannon and Tracy. Great job, guys. All right, awesome. Another one. We got another upcoming listing. Let's keep this party going. I like this train.
Mark and I have a couple. We will have a 2-bedroom, 2-bath condo. Not sure on price yet. Probably in the mid 3s. And then we have, and it's over by Dove Valley. And then we have it's a 5-bed, I think 3.5 bath down in Pueblo West. That'll be coming on in a couple weeks. I think we're a couple weeks out still on the condo too.
Okay, awesome. Well done, Holly and Mark. Fantastic. All right, we got another. Let's go again here. Upcoming listings before we move on to price improvements. Who's got a listing? Going once?
I've got 2.
Hey, there we go.
Well, they're just small. I mean, for right now, and then I'll have another one here coming up. Oh, if I can find him. I've got 2 small pieces of lots in Pine. One's going to be 20,000. It's on a river. It's on Elk Creek. It's just a very small 0.45. It's not even really buildable, but it's good for a recreational person. And the one that's in the town of, it's going to be about 3 acres. What's that? Can you hear me?
Yep, we can hear you now.
Okay, something went wrong. But so I've got another one that's in the town of Pine. It's like 2.2 acres. It's buildable. We're listed at 65,000. It actually sits next to a nice little creek that goes through year round. And it's going to have some great, I'd say, southern views, a very nice view of a valley, very buildable for sure. 65,000 for 2.2 acres. And then I'll have another one coming up probably in about 2 weeks. That's going to be, I can't even think of where his address is. So I'll do it next week. Yeah,
all right,
I can't.
awesome.
My internet is saying it's not coming on. So sorry. Go ahead though.
All right. So we'll rock and roll for next week on that one. All right. Going once, going twice. Upcoming listings. Now's the time. 3rd time. Going 3 times. Price improvements. Let's go. Who's got a price improvement? Price improvements going once, going twice. 3 times buyer needs. Who's got a buyer need? All right, so buyer needs. We're gonna keep on moving here. So if you missed the opportunity to market the upcoming listing, price improvement, or buyer need, please put that in the chat, and then also on our private Facebook page, and then we'll pick it right back up again. And I just want to say congratulations. You know, I got 8 listings written down here that are upcoming. You guys are kicking some tail. I mean, I'm serious. We have not seen a lag in that with upcoming listings. We're not seeing any price improvements, which means that either everything we're listing is selling and we're pricing it effectively. So congratulations. I truly, truly mean that. You guys are doing awesome. And there's a lot going on in the market right now, wouldn't you say? Yeah, kind of a little bit going on. You know, one of the things that really we've noticed here in the last week to 2 weeks has been some changes in the lending world, right? And I know our good buddy Henry Russell is on the call here today, and I really appreciate you being on here, Henry, because we had raving reviews from the last one. So tell us a little bit about what's going on out there.
Okay, can everyone hear me?
Mm-hmm.
Yes? Okay, good. Hey, so first of all, thank you so much. Debbie and Patrick are always so good to me. I don't know why I have been blessed with professional partners like you all, but I really appreciate it. Debbie, you look so serene in that backyard with the flowers and the trees and the yada yada yada. I gotta get out more.
The birds are singing. There's a
The
little
birds are
breeze. It's
singing.
kind of
Oh man,
awesome.
I just feel
Deb,
like
is that a coyote behind you?
Yeah.
Well, the reason why I say that is because through all the craziness, through all the thickness that we have gone through in the last 60 days, actually things are really getting better. And I mean that from a lending standpoint. Obviously, things started to really constrict, right? Because to give you a quick analysis of the market, investors just didn't feel good about anything for a while there. And so the Treasury was buying up T-bills, buying up mortgage-backed securities, and they still didn't feel good. And realistically, everything is related to COVID. So the more good news we get about, vaccines and things of that nature, the more investors like what they hear, the more they'll invest. The loosening of all of those requirements. So, a couple of things. A couple of weeks ago, it was pretty tough to get jumbo loans. Even Chase had pulled away from doing jumbo loans. All of our non-QM stuff was pretty much gone, which non-QM just means basically it doesn't fit into a normal box. So bank statement deals or asset depletion deals or stated deals. Well, we've got all of those back now. I've got 24-month bank statement deals back. I've got 12-month bank statement deals back. I've got stated loans up to 80%. I've got investment home second HELOC cash outs back. So yes, you heard me right. If someone has an investment home, I can do a HELOC on it up to $250,000 with the minimum FICO of 720. So pretty huge. And the rates on that are 5%, and that's an interest-only payment. So that's back. So that lets me know when we start getting all the crazy, weird, non-QM stuff back, that everything else is getting better for us also. I don't know if you guys saw this today on Housing Wire, but rates are looking to dip down to 2.5 on a 30-year fix.
Whoa,
2.5.
say that again?
2.5. 2.5.
Goodness
So
gracious, that's like free money, Henry.
it's basically free money. Well, what does that mean to you as a realtor, though? That means that you have more
Right.
purchasing power. Because if someone didn't qualify on a $400,000 house at 3.25, but now they can get 3 or 2.75. Hey, now all of a sudden they may qualify for that $400,000 house. So obviously these rates are not for everyone. It does not count towards investment properties. It does not count towards cash out. But if you are buying a primary home or a second home and you have the correct assets, the correct credit score, and you're putting down enough money, you could possibly qualify for 2.5 within the next week. So that's what we're hearing. I'm waiting to see it. I looked on my rate sheet today. It's not there. But when it does get there, I will be all over it. All of you that are friends of mine on Facebook, you will see all kinds of wonderful things from me. So that's kind of a really good thing. That lets us know where we are on the lending world, is that I have all my weird, crazy, funky programs back. I have crazy rates that are going to be coming back. My company actually just brought on a new investor, and we're doing jumbos up to $2.5 million, and we're doing them with 680 FICOs, and they don't have to put down 20%. So we've got a new investor that just came on yesterday that I was on a call for. They're doing great things. They also do foreign nationals and things of that nature. So I feel like for a while there, they took my tool belt away, and all I had was a hammer and a nail. And I feel like I got my tool belt back now. I got the full tool belt. All right, I'm ready to go. So here at Movement Mortgage, we've done this thing. We call it, our new slogan is, we want to be fast to the fight. Meaning we want to make sure that you guys know everything that's going on as quickly as possible. And so we have this new fatigue sweatshirt that I'm wearing right now, and the M&M stands for Movement Mortgage. And I wear these on mostly my calls now because I want people to know that I'm prepared and I'm ready to go to battle for you. And so if you guys have any questions about the market, please feel free to reach out to me. But there's a little synopsis of kind of what's going on and what the recent lending guidelines are right now.
Awesome. Hey, Henry, before we move on, who has a question for Henry? We got Henry on the line right now. The guy's a rock star. I can't see his chest because it's all camouflage. He's just blending right in. But other than that, who's got a question for Henry? Like, we got him on the line. Let's ask. And just unmute yourself and ask the question, because I can only see so many of us.
So I've got a question on, so going down to 2.5%, what do you think the minimum credit score is going to be on that?
I think the minimum credit score is probably still going to be 620. It's just that they're going to have to pay for 2.5 at 620. So I would say anyone that has above a 620 will qualify for a conventional rate. It's just a matter of, are they going to have to pay for that? 2.5. I think at 680, 720, 760, you're probably not going to have to pay for it. So let's say you have a 760 FICO. That's probably when you're not going to have to pay for it. If you're at a 680, you're probably going to have to pay between half a point and a point. At a 620, you're probably paying 2 points.
Okay, cool. Thank you.
Yep, no problem.
Awesome, Jim. Thank you. Who's got another question for Henry?
What are your FHA rates right now, and what's the score on that?
Well, that's a good question. Unfortunately, it's one of those questions that requires a lot of different metrics, right? So what's their FICO score? What's the LTV? Is it a purchase? Is it a refi? Is it a cash out? I answer this question all the time, though, because people ask me that. I can tell you that on purchases, I've been quoting 3.375, and that's at 3.5% down. So I'll try to make sure this is focused towards, obviously purchasing, because you guys are all realtors, and I'm sure that's what's most important to you. You can probably care less about cash out and refis right now. So I'd say 3.375, and anybody with a 620 and over. Just as a quick note on that, most lenders raise their credit score requirements to 640. So I don't know if you guys are aware of that or not. We at Movement Mortgage, what we decided to do is we are going to service all of our loans now. So we lowered our credit score back down to 620. So as of last Monday, I only require a 620 FICO score, and I can still do FHA 3.5% down. I can still quote 3.375, and I will keep that loan forever, which is kind of a cool thing for the client to know that we're going to have that loan. A lot of first-time home buyers, they get confused in the process where it's like, well, I closed with Movement Mortgage, but now I got this letter, and I don't know if this is a scam or not, and yada, yada, yada. So it is nice that we have the ability to service our loans. So that was something that just came out last week for us, and we're going to be servicing our loans in the foreseeable future. Great question,
Fantastic.
Steve.
That's awesome. Thank you, Steve.
I ran into a problem with the score going up to 640 because I had buyers at 630. So that's why I was asking.
Well, if you want to have me take a look at it, I'm more than happy to do so.
Okay.
There you go. Hey, and Henry, what I'm thinking is that when we have this official 2.5, what we're talking about here, would you reach out to me and shoot me what you have, and then that way I can blast it right onto our Facebook private page immediately? Because I want to make sure that every one of us has that opportunity with our buyers. That's a powerful conversation happening right there.
Oh, yeah.
So any last questions for Henry before we move on?
Where do we get a t-shirt like that? I mean, a sweatshirt. I mean, come on. Mine's pretty cool, but
Oh, I see you, Red Day. I see you. Hey, I'm more than happy to send t-shirts. The only issue with me sending t-shirts is this. If I send a t-shirt that's too big, people get the wrong impression. If I send one that's too small, they get the wrong impression. So I will only send t-shirts to people that send me their size. That way there's no misunderstanding on what size they are.
I love it.
I think we just got to go to tank tops, Henry.
Right, I think so.
Baseball caps. Henry, could you do me a huge favor and put your contact information in the chat?
Okay.
Great comment, Kristen. So that way everyone can reach out to you on this, because I think this is, well, I know it's a powerful conversation. So
sure thing. I'm on it.
Awesome. All right. Well, let's keep on going. Henry, thank you for being on the call. Stick around here because we're going to keep having some fun. So one of my intentions today is to get everyone off of this call by 11:45. The reason for that is because those who are in bold pivot, Mo Anderson, who just had her birthday yesterday, is going to be leading the coaching corner. And that starts at 12. So I want to make sure everyone has that opportunity to
That's
jump in
huge.
there. It is huge. It's huge, huge. And I know Jake, our OP, is also going to be on that call. So between Mo and Jake, get ready. It's going to be awesome, awesome, awesome. And she just celebrated a little birthday yesterday. So be sure to say happy birthday when you jump on there. All right, so let's keep on going here. We are in week number 2, and let's talk about 4 conversations. And I'm going to take this a little bit different this time. So who can tell me, even though we're in Zoom, right? Who could tell me what week number 2 is? What is week number 2? What does that mean to you on the 4 conversations? Amber, should we get some Jeopardy music going?
If only I could. That would be fun.
I could do it
So-
like the YMCA.
Yeah. So
How about I
week
do
number
this
1
backwards?
is, right? Week number 1's listing appointments. What do you think week number 2 is? Living on the edge. Who's ready? Who's ready? Jim Brown, you're smiling. What's week number 2? I know, I'm throwing it right out there, right?
Listings taken.
There you go, Holly. Awesome. Good save. All right, so
That's it.
but when we look at listings taken, the question right now is going to be the who are the listings taken? How is that looking in our pipeline, right? The how and where, right? So the who, the how, and the where. So how many of us were on the call that happened from 10 to 11 with Ben Kinney and Lucas Sheridan? I saw Cindy was on there making comments on there, which was awesome. How many of us were on that call? So here's what's amazing. Ben Kinney last year and the Ben Kinney team, which is an expansion team, last year alone sold 3,100 homes. Think about that for a second. 3,100 homes in 2019. The reason I bring that up is because sometimes we have opportunities to have conversations, whether it's Zoom or chats or anything, with mega producers. And you know what was wild? And the theme that kept on going back was mindset and wealth and systems. Mindset, wealth, and systems. And I'll give you an example of something here. Ben brought this up today, and I thought this was amazing. And this talks about, this is where we're going with being tenacious, right? Not giving up. Pushing harder than you've ever pushed. So when we look at Dyson vacuums, does anyone know the story of James Dyson? Cindy, don't spoil this. So here's what's amazing.
I heard he sucks.
Yeah, kind of.
Sorry, I had to go there.
Way to go, Debbie Connor. Whoo! Deb's on fire today. All right, so here's what it is. Did you know that Dyson vacuums, James Dyson, had 5,271 prototypes before coming out with the model that actually they were able to market? 5,271 prototypes. Guess how long it took to do that? Anyone, throw a number out there. How long do you think it was? 1 year, 2 years, 3 years? What do you think that was? Go ahead and click yourself off mute, and otherwise I can call on everyone.
It's got to be
It's
years.
awesome.
Years.
Years. So how many years, Jim? What would you say? Just as a guess.
5 years.
5 years. Holly says 20. 15 years. 15 years. 5,271 prototypes. Then when James finally had the one they were going to market, guess how long it took them to then market it? 2 years. So do you think he was failing forward? Do you think he was tenacious? Do you think he wanted to give up? Let's go there for a second, right? The reality is James Dyson had the same things going on in his business that some of us have going on in ours. And my point to this with listings taken, what would your world look like if you went Mel Gibson style, Braveheart style, painted your face blue, and tackled our current environment for the next 30 days. I'm not asking for 45 or 60, I'm asking for 30. If you went tenacious, right? Cindy, you had an awesome comment that was out there that talked about freedom, and I thought that was fantastic. If you painted your faces for 30 days and went out and you took territory like you have never taken before, what would your world look like at the other side of that 30 days? What would be available for you? What would be an opportunity for you? What would be new, right? Because there's this, what we're going through right now. And, you know, we're in week 8. We're in week 8, ladies and gentlemen, and I am incredibly proud of you. And I mean that. I truly mean that. Our entire leadership team is incredibly proud of you. And being very real, this is going to be the end of many things that we have in our industry right now. And it's going to be the beginning. So if you looked at this, what's going to be the beginning for you after this 30 days is over, after you've wiped off the blue paint, right? After you've tackled your market and created your market, what could be the beginning? How different could your world be? That's my question to everyone on this call. And for those who are not on this call, please ask them the same question. 30 days. One of the things that's going on right now and in my coaching corner, and Deb, you and I have talked about this, what does a GPS look like for 30 days? 30 days, that's it, guys. 4 weeks. You could completely change your business because of so many different factors that are going on right now. So let that be your listings taken, right? How many listings can you take in 30 days? It's not unheard of in market shifts to take 10 to 15 listings in a month. Now, is there back work that happens to that? Are they front loading with that? Is there a pipeline? Oh yeah, absolutely. So think about what your world could look like. What's a goal, and then what's a stretch goal, right? What's a goal for listings taken in the next 30 days, painting your face blue? What's a stretch goal? What would blow your business out of the water at the end of 30 days? Reach out to us, reach out to ALC, reach out to leadership, and let's help you get there. Because right now is your time. And I mean that from the absolute bottom of my heart. It is right now. So there's my Braveheart pitch. I was going to yell freedom. Well, I think I did. And play the bagpipes, but Deb knows how well I play the bagpipes. So yeah, it scares all the coyotes everywhere. So
Patrick?
Let's move on. Mm-hmm.
Patrick, really quick.
Yes.
I wanted to make sure everybody knew, because to me, this is unprecedented that Ben is giving that Wealth series for free.
Yeah.
So I'll see if I can find the information real quick, and I'll put it in our Facebook group, because it's ridiculous what he's doing.
Mm-hmm.
It's amazing.
He can charge $10,000 for that course, no lie.
Mm-hmm. Well, and if you're on that call, Ben did not hold back. Gloves were off, 1,000,000%. And that's when the mega agent showed up. Did you know that Ben's business, the turning point in Ben's business, was the last recession? That's when I met Ben. That's when the technology started kicking. That's when his business started growing exponentially. And it was because he seized the opportunity. He flipped that rock over and saw what he could build while everyone else had their heads in the sand. And that's the opportunity that's right in front of you right now. So go take it. Take it, take it, take it. You guys got this. You have the skills, you have the systems, you have the coaching behind that. So let us know how we can help. So moving, any question, comments, anything? Cindy, thank you. That's awesome. If you find it before the call's over, shoot that on the chat as well. And by the way, loved seeing your comments go across the screen. That was awesome. So I'm wearing a red shirt. Amber's wearing a red shirt. Deb's wearing a red shirt. Jim's wearing a red shirt. We got red shirts that are starting to happen here. Jim Brown, what's going on tomorrow?
Jim Brown's wearing a black shirt.
Jim Brown's wearing a black shirt. I see the other
That's
Jim's
because
wearing a red
Red Day is tomorrow.
Woo!
Tomorrow's
Tell
Red
me
Day.
more.
So, so everybody should have seen at least an email, seen something about Red Day tomorrow. One thing I wanted to start with, one of the suggestions last week was a food drive. I think it's an awesome idea. It's something I think we truly need right now. But I don't know if you've been in a grocery store lately. It is tense. People are just freaked out. So it's just, when you go to a grocery store, it is not happy. So to go stand in front of King Soopers will make us look bad as opposed to make us look like we're helping. So my plan is that in the next couple of months, we will do a food drive of some kind, because I think it was a fabulous idea. The timing is just terrible to do that, though. So with living in Coronaville, we can only do what we can do right now. And the best we can do, I think, today is let's get out on social media and paint social media red. So I've put out the spreadsheet. Hopefully you've seen that. I know Shannon just signed up. I watched him do it. This is probably the easiest Red Day you will ever have, because all you've got to do is go in and put in 1, 2, 3 businesses onto the spreadsheet. I do all the work tonight. I'm going to send you tomorrow morning. I'm going to send you the images to post on your Facebook or Instagram or LinkedIn. Post them out there. Get your friends to share them. And really, we're just trying to support the businesses. And the theme this year is there's a family behind every small business. And that's really true when you think about it. The small businesses are suffering, but truly it's the families that are dying, because that's their income. They have no way to eat, and it's just all crumbling around them. So the best thing we can do is just try to help them, support them, as they start to open back up and have the ability to do business again. So that's Red Day. It's that simple. I expect everybody to just jump on, put a business on the list. It's all you got to do, and then throw it out on your Facebook tomorrow. I'm going to give you the text that should go with your Facebook, or suggest a text to go with your Facebook post. So you don't even have to think very hard. Really, all the work is done. It's just go out and try to help support the people that you know and like.
I love that, Jim. And what I think, we keep talking about how this is the easiest Red Day. It's also the most influential Red Day.
Mm-hmm.
This Red Day this year, ladies and gentlemen, this Red Day this year is arguably the most important Red Day we've had in 10 years, especially for small businesses. Especially. So my question is going to be, who's in? Who's going to jump on there? Who's going to put the business or businesses, right? I've seen some of us put some businesses, like 3-4 businesses on there, right?
Or 7.
Jim doesn't, or 7, but boom.
I got one more, so it'll be 8.
Yeah, Tracy.
Yeah, do as
Tracy
many as you want.
bar.
It's mostly an automated process for me, but so yeah, do as many as you want.
Now, a question for you, Jim, are these businesses specific to geographic location? Like, tell me more about that piece.
No,
so that way we kind of get a scale of it.
We live, our home office, we are in Highlands Ranch, but let's face it, we work all over town, and we know people, and we have friends and businesses all over town. It doesn't really matter where they are. Location, not specific location. It'd be nice if it was in Highlands Ranch, kind of our neighbors, but again, it comes back to who you know and like. It's your friends.
Yeah. Well, and now we have Henry on the line as well. There's a couple businesses that are in Smedra, right, that we could be reaching out to and putting on this. And so I'd love to see, and is this open, Jim? Is this something where Henry could jump on there too and pop some businesses on there?
Yeah, I'd have to go back and change the template. So, because the template is branded KW.
Sure.
So,
Got it.
So I could
Okay,
go back.
cool.
I could go back and drop that out. But yeah, if he wants to do it, then we can certainly do that.
And I could just submit through Patrick if necessary. I mean, I don't want to cause any extra work, and I don't know if you all know anyway, but I do a lot of I'm the vice chair of the charities committee for Smedra. So
Oh, nice.
we're doing a lot of reach out, nonprofit. Actually, we have meetings today about some food drives that we're going to be putting on for businesses. So I'm willing to help in any capacity, but I definitely don't want to make more work for you, Jim.
Okay, well, I appreciate that. But yeah, let's figure it out. Happy to do it.
I love it. Love it. Love it. So tomorrow, let's go to tomorrow for a second here, right?
Okay.
We're all wearing red. Whether that's
Yes.
a Red Day shirt, if it's a Mega Relief shirt, if it's a red shirt, all of us are wearing red. And let's blast this thing all over Facebook, Instagram, everywhere you can think of, right? This creates such an incredible, when you go all the way in on this, and Jim, correct me if I'm wrong, you go all the way in, all in, Braveheart, right? Let's go to Braveheart for a moment. You paint you paint your face red tomorrow. So you jump all the way in. How do you think that could help your business? How do you think that could help their business? We're the center of networks, ladies and gentlemen.
Mhm.
A lot of us have been doing interviews on small businesses, which, by the way, is awesome. It's awesome, right, Tracy? Right? Like, holy cow. The impact that you're making with this is compoundable and exponential. And oh, by the way, do you think other companies are doing that? They're not. They're not. So when we really want to have a presence, right? We really want to post this thing on Facebook, on Instagram. When you get a like, when you get a share, what is the story you're going to tell tomorrow? How can it be massively impactful? And putting it all about them. There was a quote that happened earlier that said, and Ben Kinney talked about this, and he said that he has challenges at times with depression. And there was, and there was several that said that, and that's not an uncommon thing, right? Well, when we start our day focused on someone else other than ourselves, it takes us out of that mindset. So tomorrow, you have an opportunity, even starting today, right? Like, you have an opportunity to make it all about others. And imagine, just fast forward, imagine the amount of gratitude, excitement, fulfillment that you're going to feel at the end of the day tomorrow because of what you did for others. This is where the rubber meets the road. So take us up on this. Blow Jim's email up, right? Like, let's get this spreadsheet. Let's get it going, right? We have several that are on there. Tracy set the bar at 8. Who's willing to do more than 8? I don't think Tracy and Shannon are done.
Yeah, William's doing the videos too. He should have more on there. Challenge.
Hey, I love that, Tracy. That's awesome. Kretzer Life, what do you think about that?
He fell off his chair.
I've got no.
Hey, is that what?
No. Yeah, what did I put on there? 3 so far. I've got a bunch more coming. I'm just trying to get them all organized real quick.
Fantastic. So let's do that. Ladies and gentlemen, let's make a splash. Let's make a cannonball tomorrow to where it literally is a 30, 60, 90-day opportunity for everyone. Put the small businesses first and watch what happens.
Well, and if you guys can tag me or share it with me, I will get it posted to our public facing business page as well. So we'll get some extra exposure there. So whatever's easiest for you guys for that, that's what I'm going to be doing tomorrow, is sharing all of that over. So.
Love it.
Well, hey, Patrick, I think the secret too to make this beyond Red Day is it's like any other thing that we do, is follow-up is key. And so to follow up with these businesses that you're highlighting and finding out, hey, are you asking how did you hear about us today? And watch how that piece explodes. right? Then you have so many pieces of, or so many mouthpieces out there just talking about what an awesome thing somebody did for them. And you've got some stories in the making. If you just send it out and you don't follow up, you'll get some things. The key is in the follow-up.
Absolutely.
It's like telling clients that you aren't in this for the commission, and yet when you close, you never call them again. Guess what? You're only in it for the commission. Like it or not, that's the truth. And the ones that care well beyond the closing is who wins the business and the referrals. And so the win in this and the stories that will come out of this will come because of the follow-up that you do well beyond tomorrow.
Mm-hmm. I couldn't agree more. You know, we talked about this, what was it, a few weeks ago, and it's the relationships that you build and nurture in a time of crisis, in a time of chaos, are the ones that will forever be remembered. Not remembered for 30 days, not remembered for 90 days, forever remembered. And the ones that we don't will be lost because someone else will come in. And that's the real deal of this, right? So, I mean, truly, jump in. Water's warm. The Kool-Aid's warm. Jump in. It's game on tomorrow, right? You have an opportunity to have the most influential red day Keller Williams Realty International has seen in the last 10 years, and you have an opportunity to be a part of that. So take us up on it, right? Take the challenge. Put 12 on the board, right? Let's get William and Tracy and Shannon and everyone else, right? Let's get it going.
Yeah.
Put 12 on.
Well, I just think that when you're posting these on Facebook, there's all kinds of other Keller Williams offices that are going to see these posts too. So you're going to stand out to our fellow agents, our offices. So yeah, so this should be pretty cool. If we get enough of them out there, it'll make an impact.
Love it. Let's do it. Let's do it. Paint the face red. All right, we got just a couple minutes left here before we end the meeting. And as I said, we're going to end a little bit early, so you have the opportunity to be coached by Mo Anderson, which is absolutely unreal. And what are some ahas that you had come out of the meeting today? What are some comments that you had? So let's go there for 2 minutes.
Hey,
Who
I don't know
haven't
if
I heard from? Yeah.
I was going to say one of my aha moments is when you were talking about how this is our time, and in times where we feel like things are at their lowest, there are some people that shine. There were a lot of millionaires and billionaires made during the Great Depression. And that's because those people took opportunities. In 2008, when I was a loan officer and I couldn't do loans anymore, I opened a loan modification company. And it was so successful that Bank of America brought me on as a VP of modification. So there are always opportunities if we're willing to grasp them. We got to keep hustling every day, be consistent. But I love that message, Patrick, because it's true. Regardless of the situation, we can always thrive and come out on top. So that's my 2 cents.
Henry
I think
had
that's
hair
where
back then.
Yeah, I think that's where we dropped the mic, Henry. And so jump onto the coaching with Mo. And when you're part of Bold Pivot, that's one of the things. And I believe registration is still open. So if you're not part of Bold Pivot, you still have the opportunity. Jump on there. This is what's going on. They're literally bringing the top into these circles. So jump on it and make it an incredible week. Make it an incredible red day. Like, let's show our communities who Highlands Ranch and KW executives who we are, right? Like, let's really show them. And that's our opportunity for tomorrow. It's all about others, all about everyone else. So let's pour into it. With that, I love you guys. I am looking forward to tomorrow. I'm very excited about it. And we're gonna wrap up the call today and just go out there and kick some butt. After tomorrow, paint your face blue for the next 30 days. Game on. Let's do this. It's 30 days. That's it. Braveheart 30 days. See you guys later.